Hello everyone, welcome to my brand new Let's Play series of Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. I am Colonel RPG and I'm very happy to have you here with me as I blind play through this game with you. And I'm just here on the back of finishing the first game with all the expansions and that little DLC that they released as well on Path of the Damned difficulty. I didn't play it on I think I did play on the expert mode, but I didn't play on the Trials of Iron mode. But I did finish the game. I did complete it on the maximum difficulty, the first one, and I killed all the dragons and all the terrible things that exist in that game, and I'm very, very proud of that. I got a link for you up here if you want to follow it, if you want to go and see my streams. I did it on stream. But today we start the second game, and I've been looking forward to this one for I don't know how long it's been announced, but I backed it up on, was it Kickstarter or was it Fig? Early on in the campaign, and I have stayed as far away from spoilers as I possibly can. I did see a few tweets here and there by Josh Sawyer and Justin Bell, and boy oh boy, the soundtrack is awesome. At least this title screen, I didn't listen to it, so when I launched the game today just to record, it is fantastic. It puts me in the mind of the title screen of Legend of Grimrock 2, which I absolutely adore as well. So yeah, let's start a new game. Just to get on with it, really. I'm gonna play on Veteran, not on Path of the Damned, because that is crazy hard. And I'm gonna not play with level scaling, even though you can scale it upwards. I think for the purposes of a Let's Play, it's better, for a video Let's Play, I should say, it's better to do it like that. We'll see how that goes. Let's start a game.
Aora, a world where mortals live, die, and are reborn through the turning of the wheel. The cycle of reincarnation watched over by the gods, and made possible through pillars of a mystical substance known as Audra. 5 years ago, you traveled from your home to the Deerwood, a nation that had waged war against the incarnated god of light, Aethys, resulting in his destruction. The country suffered from a plague of Hollowborn, infants born without souls, that many believed was punishment for killing a god. In an ancient, secluded ruin, you witnessed a secret ritual that inadvertently transformed you into a Watcher, one who can see and speak with souls. The ritual also gave you horrible visions, waking nightmares of a past life that threatened your sanity. To put them to rest, you pursued the man who had led the ritual, a seemingly immortal agent of the gods, known as Theos Ix Arcanon. With divine assistance, you confronted and defeated Theos, ending your visions and resolving the Hollowborn crisis. In so doing, you also learned the great secret that Theos had protected, that the ancient empire of Anguith had transformed themselves into gods. Your visions finally put to rest, you retired to the castle of Cadnua, built atop a massive statue of pure Audra, where you ruled in relative peace and prosperity.
Wait a minute. Anguith transformed themselves into gods? I finished the game twice and I did not get that. How did I do not... How? Okay, I'll...
Made a nice story. You fixing up that old keep? Lifting the curse? Must have told it 100 times.
That was Cadnua.
But something got to gnawing at me.
And this is there, by the way.
Thinking the spirits there weren't really at rest. But maybe the gods weren't finished with us. God came back. Will you forgive us? Last the troubled dreams. Sooner or later, we all have to wake up.
And so you wake to a sleepless world, the in-between of life and death.
Oh boy.
Follow your memories. You have been here before.
Well, yeah, because the soul kind of goes in the cycle and things. Oh, I think I'm controlling my character. Okay, let's go. Let's do this thing. I didn't know what I was looking at.
You have seen past the shroud. You are a watcher now, and the watcher you will stay.
I can see souls and all that sort of stuff. Indeed.
A watcher sees souls, knows their pasts, and the souls see them back.
That's the problem. That's kind of the problem there. These are all characters.
A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed.
All characters from the first game, of course.
What is a god?
That's Theos.
A higher power?
Oh, yeah.
A rewarder of good deeds and punisher of the wicked?
Can we stop on that? Because as I was gonna say, I never really understood that the Ingwithans actually transform themselves into gods. For somebody said that in the comments, I think, but I didn't really get that. Because my problem was really, what is a god? That question there. Basically, what I understood to be the case was that the Ingwithans had created the gods of this world, and I know them fairly well, so I'll be able to know what people talk about. But apparently they transformed themselves into those gods, or basically created those gods with themselves.
The
or something.
gods aren't real.
Well, they
but
exist.
Something else entirely.
That's the Ovara.
Something created by people.
Yeah, that was my understanding as well. Ovara is my favorite character of the first game. She's so awesome. I had a very different attitude towards what she said the second time
And
around.
did you ever consider that these were things you were never meant to understand? That their comprehension is beyond you?
You're just condescending, really, when you say stuff like that. This guy is a jerk. This guy is the worst. He made all the babies be born without souls. And
Let the world see. Let them decide what to do.
Isn't that right? That was the Ovara. Oh, we have one of those pillars.
The wheel has turned again, Watcher. Come.
I will. New reincarnation of my character, I guess. I'm not importing a save file, by the way. But I will be making...
An aged dwarf shares this strange floating platform with you. His face is creased by so many wrinkles that his features lie buried amid shadowy pockets of skin. Still, the dwarf's well-practiced habits have left telltale tracks of a welcoming rictus across his visage.
Okay, as I was saying, I'm not going to import my character, but I will, if I can, make choices based on what happened in the first game, like decide what I did, sort of like you have in Tyranny, another game by Obsidian, where you can choose what you did before the game. If I can do that, I will make choices more or less what I did in my on YouTube playthrough, or Let's Play, I should say, of the first one, which I also have linked down below.
You can see his smile coming before it blooms, reshaping the dwarf's face from a hanging sack of flesh into something resembling an oddly carved, merry gourd, replete with unhealthy bumps and discolored splotches.
Okay. Oh, there it is. That's how you see that. Hello, Mr. Dwarf. How's it going? I'm not a thing yet. I'm just a soul. He's a watcher, or I guess. Can I talk?
The creases of the dwarf's face tighten into a smile as he gives you a courteous nod.
I like this new narrator. Actually, the original game didn't have a narrator. It did, actually, but only when you switched between chapters and stuff. Can I go over there? That looks like a place that I can go to. Oh, I have fingers. Oh, this is Barath, of course. Barath is the god of death and rebirth, I think.
Sit. Please.
That is Barath, indeed. Also known as the Husher, I think. Tutorials. Can I? No, I don't need to. It's fine. I'm a pro at this. Oh, and who's the dwarf?
Thank you for joining us, Watcher of Cadnua.
Indeed, Cadnua
The
was...
gaunt woman seated at the table is clad in time-worn black armor that seems too massive for her to move in.
Yeah, she's one of the visages of Barath. Cadnua is the castle that we had in the first game, and we saw it out as well. Remember that that cutscene where that statue came out of the earth and destroyed that poor little house? Yeah, that was all in the castle, sort of keep Cadnua. It's over there.
A pale, slender neck rises from the gorget, topped by a hollow face. The milky skin stretched across it is delicate and translucent, like parchment that has been scraped clean too many times. She is preoccupied with the arrangement of cards on the table between you. With each movement, her armor squeaks and groans as though bearing an incredible weight. She places a final card, gives a nod of satisfaction, and raises her eyes to meet yours.
Your brush with the divine has drained you of your powers, fractured your memories. Look upon these cards. They represent the courses of your life. You alone know best how they flowed. Arrange them to fit what you remember.
Thank you. Oh, look at our portrait. They look very smug. I think that's a little bit of a smile. Let's examine. Nope, I double-clicked rather for some reason. Oh, I can import. And that was my character from the playthrough. I don't have available the save from the Let's Play. But anyway, Pillars of Eternity 1 histories. I can use selected histories. That would be benevolent. Oh, that's right. Because no, that's not right. Benevolent is one of the reputations that you can gain in the first game. Fair and balanced. Let's see. In the Pillars of in the first game, you return to the lost Hollowborn souls to Deerwood's children. That's what I chose actually in both the Let's Play and in my Twitch playthrough, as you had pledged to Helia, the goddess of many good things. You were kind and merciful to people you encountered, sympathetic to their pain, and charitable to those who needed. Yeah, can I customize that? I can't. Everything bad. Maybe I can. Just, yeah, I'll go with the benevolent one because that's mostly what I did. Fair and balanced. Let's see. You returned the Hollowborn souls to the wheel, which is what Barath asked. There it is. Most of the choices were judicious and balanced, tempered by rational thought and fairness rather than sympathy or emotion. Yeah, I definitely played... I mean, I guess I could import it, but the problem with that... the reason I'm not importing Selenumbra is that she, unfortunately... well, Pallegina is not going to join us, and I want Pallegina to join us. Well, yes, I'll load.
Does everything appear to be in order?
Yes, I think so, Mr. Knight or Miss Knight, whatever.
Good. Welcome to the Beyond.
Thank you.
I am Barath. One half, anyway.
Indeed.
She points a finger in the direction of the dwarf who led you here.
Wait.
Though the movement is slight, her gauntlet squeaks like a rusty hinge.
That's the Husher? Or am I mistaken on...
The dwarf's rictus returns as he nods in the woman's direction.
I don't know what that word means. I should know, because that would make it less awkward.
The gods offered you boons in exchange for resolving the Hollowborn crisis. What did you do with the souls?
Oh. Does he not detect that? Okay, that's interesting. Oh, maybe it selects the character to make it again, to play as I was a cipher. Crowd control cipher, pretty awesome. Let's see. I have decided on what I'm gonna play, by the way. So I can return, let's see, restored, I did the restored the souls to the Hollowborn.
Tell me, do you remember when we last met?
I do, yeah. The Hall of the Stars in Twin Elms, for sure. That was before we got into the last area. I spoke to other gods in the Hall of the Stars and pledged myself to them. Yeah, that was where we met.
You came to that tower seeking our aid. You prayed for help in reaching Theos, beyond the Court of Penitence, but would not pledge yourself to me.
All I really wanted was a parachute. That's really all I needed, but, you know, the gods allowed me to basically have a parachute made of souls, if you can believe that.
Still, a pledge unmade stands fairer in this court than a pledge broken.
She places a card in the middle of the arrangement. A bell tower with no bell. Her fingertips slowly drag away from the card, faintly creaking as they retreat across the table.
Another reason why I didn't want to import my original Let's Play character is that my original Let's Play character made a promise to Bareth that, you know, to return the souls to the wheel, and then made a promise to Hylia, and that results in terrible things after the end of the game. And, yeah, so that's also a thing.
You had need of the gods once before. Now it seems we have need of you.
Oh, how surprising.
The being that occupied Odnua's statue beneath your castle was the dead god, Aothas.
It's Odnua.
Of this, we are certain. What we do not know is what his intentions are.
The being that occupied the statue. Now, that is a surprise, actually. Aothas is the god of rebirth right there, and this is the god that we saw at the beginning being killed, or in the war anyway, because this guy possessed a dude named Waidwen, and he invaded Deerwood, and that was really nasty. So he got killed, yeah, apparently they thought they had killed the god, and we never really knew, but apparently not. Yeah, the dead god. Apparently he had been in the statue. Which is kind of surprising, because in the first game we learned that, this might be a retcon though, we learned that what the statue is for and who it was of and what it was built of. But yeah, if you explore the old, Odnua is the thing below Cadnua. Yeah, it's very different pronunciations. Is it Gorget? I thought it was Gorjay. I have no idea. I'm not a native speaker, so what do I know?
Though Aothas stole a large fragment of your soul, you were strong enough to survive the onslaught and enter the in-between.
Oh, wait a minute. So I was the poor sucker who was left sprawling on the floor with a sword. I don't use swords. Not Selenumbra, anyway.
You and he are still connected. He has chosen a body made of living Audra, perfused with the power of thousands of souls, including yours. It should be little difficulty for an experienced watcher to find him.
Yeah, because it's just part of my soul. So apparently I'm dead.
No.
No?
But neither is your body truly alive.
Well.
Your lungs draw breath, your heart pumps blood, but your flesh is as soulless as a hollowborn.
Oh.
That is, until I return you.
Yeah, so basically a hollowborn is somebody without a soul.
She delicately places a card upright on the table. The art depicts souls flowing out of a pillar of Audra.
Let's see. I'd like to find him as much as you would. He destroyed my castle. That's reason enough, I guess, and killed who knows how many people. That's true. And also, more importantly, I think my character. I'm gonna be a chanter, but I'm gonna dual class. And one of the fundamental traits of my character is gonna be adventurousness. But of course, how I do that adventurousness is gonna be my own take on it, because, you know, just sort of adventurers anyway. But being a chanter and being interested in finding things, I think that's good for a let's play, I guess. I really am concerned with Aothas more in regards to really knowing what happened with the invasion. So it's not really too much about the destruction of my castle. But then again, Barath, the problem, why are you trying, yeah, you always need to doubt these guys. Let's go with this one. I've had enough of dealing with the gods, all of you. Why should I care about any of this?
Did you care for the souls of the Deerwood who clung to you as they stumbled blindly through the in-between?
That was the parachute that I was talking about.
You are a beacon to all of the lost, Watcher. Your soul gleams as brightly to them as Audra itself.
For a moment, there is a glint in the blackness of her eyes. A flash of wondrous recollection.
Those who have fallen in Aothas' wake are trapped inside him still. If you will not help them, who will?
Well, that's a reason.
Of course, if that doesn't convince you, I can always return you to the wheel and find someone else to pursue him.
Oh, is it? The wheel. Let's get on with it.
Good. Before you return to Aora as my herald, you must remember who you were, the last whisper of life in death.
For a moment, The sockets of her eyes darken, leaving the pits of a death's head gazing out at you.
When you can picture your own face, the Beyond will lead you back to your own kind, to the world of mortals.
And there we go! Character creation at last. But a very, very much more efficient setup to the story than definitely the first game. The first game kind of leaves you hanging a little bit, but it's understandable because you're a foreigner, or tend to be a foreigner anyway. But you can choose your backgrounds and stuff. So Sailor Number was a woman, so I'm gonna go with a female here. Next, yeah, woman's role in war is largely dependent on where she's from in all societies. Yeah, that's a lot of descriptions, but I know mostly of this. Now, one thing that I did in my playthrough of my second playthrough of Path of the Damned, I guess, was choose the race based on all these stats. These over here don't actually give you a +2 perception. What they practically do is they add it to your maximum perception, and of course add to your minimum perception as well, because it is effectively a +2. You can have the same perception as any other race, you just have a maximum perception. The Orlans are the best. The Orlans are the best. Oh my god, I'm going with an Orlan. And actually that isn't too bad, because I want to be a chanter. Having perception, well, the thing is I want to be a druid as well. That's the double class that I want to do. So the best thing would probably be perception, or constitution. Anything really is going to be good for a chanter. A druid as well, for the most part. Our elf. Oh, that's a certain type of elf. We have multiple types. That's a dwarf, and that's an Almawa, the giants, and all that. So godlikes. Do we have new godlikes? I want to see if we have new godlikes. Nope, we have the same ones. I wanted to be one like Pallegina. You terrible people at Obsidian. Why don't you let me? And we do have the Orlans, so a little bit less might, but that's fine, because I'm not gonna max out might anyway. Druids are incredibly powerful. So what is that over there? Oh, it does this. Good things. So Orlans are like little gnomes. They're a little bit on the furry side. I think it depends on the type that they are. They're also they tend to be victims of discrimination and seen as feral by people and all that sort of by other people and stuff. So yeah, we have the wild Orlans over here. They are the original Orlans, OG Orlans, who lived in deepest forest and jungles. They get what is actually? Oh yeah, but let's see. This is the difference here. Is this thing. Wild Orlans are naturally sound of mind and gain resistances towards resolve afflictions, which is great because I really don't want to have that. But as a chanter, it doesn't really mind. I don't really mind that too much. Will is going to be one of the defenses I'm going to want to have a lot of. When Hearth Orlans attack a target that is also being attacked or threatened by a teammate, they convert some of their hits to crits. This sounds awesome. I want that because I'm going to go with a lot of AoE spells. Can you imagine a druid chanting all the same time? It's just gonna be the best. And in the first game, druids maximum level are not that was pretty awesome. Maximum level are not necessarily the be all end all. I didn't really find Hiravius, who incidentally was also an Orlan, to be just absolutely the best. Let's see. Would you like to make a single class or a multi-class character? Why is multi-class in the same word and single class is not? Single-class characters are entirely focused on their chosen class. They gain access to higher-level powers more quickly. Multi-class characters can select powers from 2 classes, but gain access to higher-level powers more slowly, and cannot access their classes' highest-level powers. That sounds good to me. And I'm gonna be a chanter, and I know what... Oh, no, wait a minute, but we have new classes, don't we? Let's see, barbarians are mostly attack, chanters are... These are a special kind of class. They basically have a permanent spellcasting aura, which is interesting. Paladins are the same, except this one, it also changes the auras. Paladins are a little bit more nuanced towards healing. But chanters then can cast special abilities depending on how long they've been chanting. So that's pretty cool. Ciphers, they are... In my opinion, they're amazing at crowd control. They're the best at crowd control, although wizards are pretty good at that as well. Wizards are more or less just all-around spellcasters, which makes sense, but they are very, very frail. Tend to be very, very frail. Now we got druids who are shapeshifters and spellcasters as well, very aggressive spellcasters. They also have some heals and other stuff, but for the most part it's aggression. A fighter is a defense warrior. You can see the roles over here. They're defenders, so they're basically meant to sort of engage in combat, in melee combat and all that sort of stuff. Monk is, I believe, I don't know if they had this in the first game without the expansion, but it is, oh, barbarians are crowd control? Are they really? Oh, because of the shouts. And apparently this is, yeah, I like using monks to move around a bunch, because they move around a bunch, but so do barbarians. Then priests are healers and auras, very, very important to have in a party. A ranger, yeah, it's actually, it's sort of a spell, well, I say it's a ranged character, but it's not necessarily. They are DPSers, that's true. But they have like a little companion, which is pretty good. But there's no new classes, so I'm gonna go with a Chanter first, and +1 to bluff. That's new skills. We have new skills, guys. And I can preview the ability tree, which I believe is going to be all new as well. What maximum level can we get to? It doesn't say over here. Oh, I love the new... This sounds over here pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about that since I know what I want. I'll press... I can't press escape? How do I close this? Right there. I don't want to click that in fear of breaking things. Let's see. Next... subclass. Oh yeah, the subclasses. I don't know about this. Beckoner. Beckoner specializes in invocations that summon spirits from the in-between. I really kind of don't want that too much. Although summons are going to be an interesting thing. Specializing on that I don't think is going to be my favorite. Summons are very important. But playing in Path of the Damned, I kind of mostly got through without having any summoners. And in fact, without having any Chanter, which I know was a disservice to myself. Summon invocations cost -1 phrases. So this is the phrases, that's how the Chanters work. We'll go into that later. Scald over here, isn't that a monster? Well, many Chanters, yeah, I think it is. Many Chanters prefer to work their magic from the safety of the back lines. That's not going to be how I work. Skulls depend on toe-to-toe combat to power their invocations. Skulls are found in many cultures with a proud martial tradition. And that weapon critical hits have a 50% chance to grant a phrase. That is pretty amazing. Offensive invocations, that is pretty awesome. That's exactly what I wanted. And Troubadour over here, linger for phrases is increased. Linger is a specific stat because phrases can end, and the linger will allow the phrase to continue for a little while. So. And also gains brisk recitation modal, that's a modal stance, that increases the rate that phrases elapse, but removes the linger, which is an interesting thing over here. Not really sure what the benefit would be of that. I guess it depends on the phrases. If you have like a long phrase and a small phrase, and the linger kind of overlaps, then I guess you'd want to get to the second phrase as fast as possible, or something like that. It depends on how you work as well. I am really liking the ears right now. So I'm gonna go with Scald. Offensive invocation cost -1 phrase, that's a bonus, and on the penalty, non-offensive invocations cost +1 phrase to cast. That sounds good to me. I'm okay with that. I think I can have no alteration, but it's good. Critical hits, yeah, that means I will need to have weapons that do critical hits, basically. Chanter abilities. I haven't selected my second class yet. So we got invocations and chant. So basically how this works is you chant this, and then you get, after however many phrases, let's see, it should say here what it requires. Or maybe it doesn't. Summon 1 phantom. Let's see, Blessed was the, okay, can I press escape for this? I can indeed. Friendly aura for plus stride and reflex. Reflex is AoE defense. Plus health restored, that's a nice one. On self, actually. On foe target, oh, that's a chant on a foe target? Tears at the life force of all enemies in the area. Oh, okay, so it's a foe AoE. Really? They changed that? Okay. 2 raw damage per 3 seconds for 6 seconds. Which means that it's like half the time. It's 1 raw damage per second. The raw damage cannot be defended, so that is not bad. It's accuracy versus fortitude. We're definitely going to want to have a lot of accuracy there. Minus pierce damage, that's a defense thing, and plus fortitude and plus will on a friendly aura. What's the aura? Area of effect 4. We're gonna have intelligence as well. We're gonna need that. I'm gonna go with the defense. Although, wait a minute, but that's the this is the defense aura, so I have offensive invocations. That's usually probably gonna be the best thing. Allied AoE plus self /armor rating pretty good. Over here, we have full AoE on a stunned. Oh, we're gonna do crowd control on a chanter. I like this. So this is, oh, it's a cone. But it's full AoE, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, because if it's not full AoE, it attacks your friends as well, which is pretty bad. But then again, it's a chanter, so of course it's full AoE. Because that's a big problem with spellcasting in general. It's just a lot of normal AoE, so positioning is crucial. A lot of minus armor rating, which is not that great. -2 is irrelevant, really. It's like +2 damage plus for each attack. It's not really that important. A full AoE on a cone as well. Extremely loud, so noise is a thing. Penetration, what is that? When damaging attack hits a target, the attack's penetration is compared to the target's armor rating to determine how much damage gets through. Oh, so it's damage reduction bypass. They changed the name. Okay, I like it. This one does a little bit less damage, but this one sets stunned. I guess this one does a little bit more damage, but it sets stunned, which is really simple for me to go with. Let's go with that. And the second class is gonna be, as I said, and now I'm blanking on it, the Druid. Theurge. Oh, that's the name of the combination. Did they really 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1? So they have 100 names because there's 100 combinations. Unless I'm doing the math wrong, in which case there would be 122 combinations. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's probably 111. Because of -1, -11, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Crowd control, I know what it is. I'm not going to look at this now. I can't press escape for this. Let's just go. It adds me more things as well. Getting all of this stuff. Is that? What is metaphysics? Is that a skill? Do we have that many skills? Yeah, because that was a thing. I really prefer skill-based systems. But that's pretty good. And then subclass over here. Animist, what is that? Oh, that's the normal one. Is it? No, it's not. Penalty. Does this one have a penalty? It doesn't have a penalty. But this one does. Cannot cast rejuvenation spells. What is that? Automatically learn the following druid spells. Oh my god, oh, that's... Then it changes. It does. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. There's multiple spell trees for this. I am so unprepared. It's a blind playthrough. But let's see. Let's see what I have. Animists are the most common druids in Aora, seeing life in all facets of the world. Animists draw power from the complex web of connections between plants, animals, the weather, and even humble rocks and soils. Furies embrace storms as the essential wild spirit of nature. Instead of spirit shifting into an animal... Oh, they can't... Furies transform themselves into a Stormblight. Oh, okay, so that's what it is. Despite their name, Furies are not known for being particularly violent, but are known for being loud, boisterous, and generally impossible to shut up. That sounds like a fantastic thing. I don't really see the problem with that. Life Givers over here. Oh, this is for... yeah, there's a lot of buffs and stuff. That's good to not have a Paladin, I guess, in the team. And a shifter emphasize the spirit shifting capabilities of druids rather than their spellcasting abilities. I actually don't want that too much. I don't want that too. I want a fury. That sounds good. I like that a lot. And we can see all the things. Oh my god, so many things. So many things. I love it. Okay, let's click next. And I have one ability. Just one? No. Really? I only get one ability. Is that what multi-classing is? She's very sad. Well, Nature's Mark is pretty good. Minus deflection on full AoE. It's pretty amazing. Winter's Wind is a push AoE. Valthorn's Touch of Rot. I never used that one. Tanglefoot is probably oh, it's just hobbled. It's not stuck. You need stuck for it to be good. Excuse the hiccup. AoE on a bunch of damage. That sounds lovely. Sunbeam is also pretty good and sets blinded, which is also very nice. And Charm Beast, it's fine. We kill the beasts. We don't charm them. Let's go with that. And that's my points. That's my points. First thing you do when you're playing an RPG, remove all of the points. That's how you do. And look at that. Oh, it's because we have a druid. We're getting this because it's recommended for... No, because chanters don't actually get recommended stats for in the first game. But anyway, we do need resolve because we're going to be a frontline spellcaster, so we need as much... No, wait a minute, that's not resolve. Where is the concentration? Because I'm not really paying attention to that, and they changed it, didn't they? Did they change... Oh, what? They changed it. They changed it. We don't need as much resolve then. That's good against... I mean, it's good for defense, I guess, but... And actually, we do need that quite a lot. Minus hostile effect duration. That's not really that great. So I kind of want just 15. Let's go with that. Now, intellect is definitely what we need. Absolutely what we need. And unfortunately, we don't have pluses, but that's fine. We're going to be okay. We're also going to need plenty of constitution. That's about 12 at the very least. That's the minimum. And incredibly graceful at 20. That's interesting. And this is for attack action speed, so it's not actually, it's not just dex speed, it's for casting spells as well, which is important, but actually it is pretty amazingly important, because we are gonna have armor, and yeah, let's bring that, let's see the minimum I want to be at. The problem with this, the way it works, because it is not, it's cumulative. It's like it's not plus 3% on each. It's just plus 3 plus 3. There's a very steep, declining, sort of diminishing returns. Is what I should be saying, and that adds to the reflex as well. Yeah, let's go with perception. We just need perception for days, and unfortunately, oh yeah, perception for days. That's the best. Okay, no constitution and might. We definitely need that, because look at the damage debuff. It's actually not that much. Huh. It's not too bad. You know what? I can leave without the area of effect. That's kind of important. Deflection is really important, but it is just +1. This is effectively minus 1% chance to be hit. And the will is going to be the best thing. And of course, there's other things that change resolve. I kind of want to have it high because of speech checks and stuff like that. So I definitely want to have a bit of a mixture here. And intellect. I will have pluses over here after we have items. Perception is going to be the be-all and all, really. So I probably will want... This is just Fortitude. Fortitude is pretty important. It's another type of defense. Dexterity, attack speed. Yeah, +3. Let's go with that. Extra dexterity. Yeah, we'll be okay. We'll be perfectly fine. Where are you from? Indeed. Well, Adir, the Adir Empire, the origins of the Deerwood and all that sort of stuff. Deadfire Archipelago, that's where the name of the game comes from. Examital Plains, or Examital. I never remember how it's pronounced. Ooh, but we get the extra things. Oh, that seems pretty simple then. Adir. No, Adir is a resolve. Where's the perception? Perception. The White Dead Wens. Ooh, that's where... I think that's where Sagani comes from. Let's see. Rawatai is where the Almawas come from. That's extra constitution, extra intellect. So you definitely want to have as much perception as possible, because the AoE spells and crowd control spells are going to be absolutely crucial for this. It's just, again, it's just +1% chance to hit, but that's important. So, the White Dead Wens, the frozen, desolate wasteland, basically. What was my job? Diplomacy, bluff, and intimidate, as an aristocrat. Oh yeah, I do declare. And we have a drifter for sleight of hand, bluff. I do want to have sleight of hand. What is that? Is that for lockpicking? I don't know. Survival, diplomacy, history, hunter, survival, mechanics, and alchemy. Mechanics is the thing for lockpicking. Alchemy deals with the natural and supernatural properties of plants, body parts. It's a lot of new stuff, so I don't really know. Athletics is going to be pretty important, so maybe athletics and mechanics. But if I want to have, but the thing is, I want to have diplomacy as well. So diplomacy and mechanics would be the best. Although I'm pretty sure somebody else is going to have those buffs: streetwise, bluff, and diplomacy. Okay. So there's 3 speech things. Okay, I'm not having mechanics. I'm just having these. Thank you. Speech focused forever. Boy, wait a minute. This works differently. I prefer it, actually. Well, maybe not. There's bonuses and there's advantages and disadvantages to this sort of weapon proficiency style. In the first game, you just choose like broad sort of specializations where it gives you, like, you are good with a pistol, with a sword. It's just sort of based on, like, a noble or in a ruffian, and it's literally those are the names of the weapon specializations. And it allows you to sort of have a little bit more freedom in the weapons you get. But if this game does the itemization differently, which I do hope it does, because it just quite clearly works differently. So I need a ranged weapon and a melee weapon, but the thing is, I'm going to start with melee weapon, because I'm going to have a shield. So for shields, the problem with the shields is that they decrease, what do they actually decrease? They increase proficiency, grants access to a modal ability for use with an association item type. These abilities are situational. Taking careful position behind the large shield significantly reduces incoming ranged weapon damage, as well as damage from attacks that target reflects, which is AoE. While active, you are unable to move. That's an interesting thing. I'm not really sure I want that. Your shield that's block. Use your shield to attempt to block incoming weapon attacks, successfully resisting the attack if successful at the cost of recovery time, because of course you're doing something. That makes sense. And then we have binding block. That's on a wait a minute, but that's an actual ability. Yeah, these are actual abilities. These are not weapon proficiencies. That's interesting. What does it say? Small shield? No, it is... Yeah. An Orlan with a large shield. That's what you need. And if you're gonna stay still, casting spells, that's pretty much what you need. The wall. Hopefully that works. Because it doesn't say I can't attack or anything. So, yeah. Taking careful positioning behind the large shield reduces the incoming ranged damage as well as attacks... Oh, it's just incoming range damage, so it is good for a spellcaster. But that would mean, of course, that would need a weapon. Now, what weapon should I have here? I think I can crit and still do no damage. So I'm not really sure if I should go for a dagger or something different. We got flails; those are two-handed, I think. Maces, stiletto. That's a different weapon. These are. Carefully aim for weaknesses in an enemy armor, trading recovery time for the increased penetration. So yeah, it's the penetration that I really want. The wielder focuses on deflecting incoming attacks, trading damage for deflection against melee weapons. Yeah, I think the stiletto is probably the one I want the most. It is really weird though, so I don't want to go with that. It's just too weird. Half sword. Fight in close quarter style using your blade to penetrate armor for more effectively at the cost of lower deflection. That is pretty much what I want, although half-swording is a two-handed skill. You don't do that. It's like, half-swording means you're getting your second hand over there. So I'm not really sure if this works for one-handed, because that is a problem. Let's see. Sword, fight in close quarter style, in a close quarter style, using your blade to penetrate more armor. There's no penalty for using a weapon without the corresponding proficiency. A character who is not proficient in a weapon only loses access to associated modal abilities. Ah! Okay, so they changed it completely. I do like this, and I will go with it. And I will hope that it is not true to its name. But it probably is. And we have portraits for days. Can I change color? Oh, I can change colors. Okay. So where are we? Where are we in this... portraits over here. Well, that's her right there. Seems like a straightforward thing, doesn't it? Yep. Well, I can change the face, though. So let's go with the head first. I can have the different heads. Ooh, she nasty. And we have different hairstyles. Uh-huh. Ooh, I like that. Oh, I like that a lot. Yep. Okay, so face, I don't really want the scar so much. I'm not really... Oh, then again, I am a druid. But I don't like the blind eye and all that. That's too fighty for me. Ooh, we have more things over here. More dreadlocks. Oh, but braids! Braids are better than dreadlocks. Braids are better. Braids are just the best forever. What about these ones? Oh, they're not braids. They're kind of braids. Oh, but I don't like that. Oh, yeah. Do you have other braids? Oh, that's... Okay. We found it. Can change the color of the hair? Oh, we can. By going over here. Primary. Red. Red. Orange. That's yellow almost. We don't really have a orange? Well, yeah, but not the bright orange that I like. Okay, orange and blue. That's kind of cool. Orange and black. Oh yeah, that's really cool. And now the skin. Let's see. So she is currently... I don't know what her color of her skin is right now. Oh, because there's 2 colors. Oh no, that's... No. Okay. How about... I need a lighter color, I would guess, for here. Oh, but... No, that's... I like the blue tinge. Let's go with that. And then hair. There's multiple colors of the hair as well. Red? That's pretty good. A little bit too human, I would guess. Ooh, that's... fancy. Whoa, fiery. Okay. Oh, those are good colors over here. Yeah, I'm gonna need to change the highlight of the skin. So that's the highlight over there. Well, that wouldn't be bad. Oh, that's a little bit scary, though. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like it. Green hair? Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm not sure I will go with it, but that is pretty cool. No, the other way around. It's a little bit too... Lovely. Okay, we got this. Now we can go back to the portrait. And just to find that we are not going to have a portrait like that. Of course we're not. This is kind of close, though. This is kind of close. Well, oh, that's... I had a character with that portrait back there. I could use this. I mean, we're in Orland. Nah, but then she has a very human face. Quite clearly human face. That's a godlike. That's good. I like it. I like that. Heading the... Yeah, that's good enough. Colors. Head. Voice.
I'll go on ahead.
Let's go. Yeah! Let us end this! Attack! Yeah! No prisoners! Charge!
After him!
Quickly and quietly.
Oh, they changed the voice actress. I had the fight.
What can I do?
Oh,
I'm flattered.
I think that's the one that had the feisty. And bows, we can change the bows. Oh my god, modern RPGs. Good stuff. So we have average, and they have hunched. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no. What is this? Shadow of War? And roguish? I guess that would be me. That's basically the other. That's a mirror. That's the same thing. What? And stoic. Oh, she mad. Okay. Sullen. Woo! Oh no, that makes them weird. I'm not used to that. I'm gonna go with heroic. Because why not? Although roguish is also pretty cool. Yeah, I'll go with the roguish. And her name. Indeed. I guess it's time for that name. So there's our character. Penumbra, a Theurge, or Theurge, or I don't know how that would be pronounced. We are all these things over here, and all these things. There's a bunch of skills. I like it. And passive skills. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, because that's spelled skill checks and all this sort of stuff. We're gonna have a lot to learn. A lot to learn, and I like it. I like the colors. I like the. Couldn't change the eye colors though, as far as I can tell. As far as I could remember, anyway. Can't remember. I think it's a pretty good build. Extra reflex is always going to be very nice. Yeah, it's going to be okay. We're going to have tanks anyway, so she's supposed not to get hit too often, but she's not going to be a tank. We'll see how that goes.
Go forth now, Watcher, as my herald. Know that I do not give you this title lightly. When the time comes, you will have the power to reveal the souls that cling to you. To open the gateway from the in-between to the waking world.
Indeed. But the time will have to come tomorrow. Or right now, if the episode is already out. Because we're out of time for right now. So I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching. And I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.